Hey, what's up guys and gals? Welcome back to the channel. So, the purpose of this channel again is to enhance your life by providing outstanding financial education to you. And I had a realization after doing my first two videos that before I can really strive to enhance your life, I needed to actually enhance my own videos, including the lighting and the presentation quality. And it's a work in progress, and it's continuing to get better and better. But for now, the lighting, I feel, is a lot better. At least you can see me or more of my face. So hopefully that's a good thing. And the other thing, as far as like a pointer or a prop, I think for this video, I used a pen for my first video. So I can either use that, or I found this screwdriver. So I can either use one or the other. But I think because this video is going to be about credit cards and the importance of credit in your financial life, I think to provide a personal anecdote, I wasn't always keen on credit. I didn't quite understand how important it was until I got a little bit older. So, in a sense, when it came to credit, I guess you could say I had a screw loose. So the goal of this channel is to tighten those loose screws mentally, so to enhance your life financially. So for the time being, I'll use the screwdriver as a pointer. So remember to smash the like button on my channel, comment, and subscribe so I can continue improving and bringing you more awesome content like this. So to get started, like I mentioned, this video is going to be about credit. Now, this is a breakout of the average credit rating by percentage. So as you can see, a fair credit rating is in the 600 range, and below 600 is considered poor. And then above 600, from 661 to 780 is considered good. 781 to 850 is considered excellent. Now, it's not just about opening credit cards, running up credit balances, and establishing a credit rating by doing that. The important thing to master is how to make credit work for you and how to use credit as an asset instead of a stifling debt. So what I thought I would do, I would show kind of my starting lineup, because I like to use sport references sometimes. So I have a starting lineup of credit cards that most people who know me can attest to. This is actually my wallet here, and it's full of various credit cards that I call the starting lineup, because not all of my credit cards make it into the starting lineup, but the best ones do. As in any good team, the best members of the team make it into the starting lineup. So I'm going to break down some of those today for you. Now, before I get into the specifics on which credit cards are the best and which ones may not be, I want to go back to a point I made in my last video about inflation and about cash. And just remember, over time, cash loses value. So believe it or not, you can actually use credit as a vehicle to offset your cash losing value. Instead of just paying for things in cash, you can actually use credit cards to pay normal expenses and then just pay off the statement balances every month, which is actually a great vehicle to offset inflation, to never carry a balance or pay interest. And we'll get more into that with this. So the first one I decided to break down is the Regions Cash Rewards card. And you can see they've already got your name here, fine customer. That's, whoever applies for this is a fine customer. So the key perk to this is, at least for me, it was a $300 cashback offer if I spent $1,000 within the first 3 months of opening the account. Oh, I just realized I'm using that arm again. But you know what? I don't think the arm looks so bad. It's like the forearm is kind of defined. I think it looks good, but I got to remember, pointer, right? So in here I used ROR as an abbreviation. That means rate of return. So from here on out, when you see ROR, that means rate of return. How's that lighting doing? Let me adjust here. I wanted to get this out earlier, but it's already getting dark over here, so it's kind of showing a little dark again. So that's the Regions card. one of the starting lineup members. The next card is actually the US Bank Go card. Now this one offers you $200 cash back or a 20% rate of return on your first $1,000 that you spend, which must come in the first 3 months. And in addition to that, it also offers 4% back, use the pen this time, 4% back on all dining out purchases. So if you like to eat out a lot, you get 4% back just by spending money on this card for eating out. So that's a nice little perk. And also, like I mentioned in the first slide with the inflation, if cash loses 3% of its value per year on average, then you can actually offset inflation, more than offset it, by opening these cards and taking advantage of these cash back rewards. Now the next card is also another US Bank card, and something I want to make clear that I probably should have mentioned a couple of slides ago. This is by no means an endorsement of any bank or any financial institution. These just happen to be good cards that I've been able to use to help me financially, and I want to use what I've learned to help all of you to enhance your life through financial education, which is the whole purpose of this channel. So with the US Bank Cash Plus card, they're now offering $150 back within the first 3 months if you spend, I believe, $1,000. I actually didn't get this when I opened the card because I've had this card for several years now. The main perk that I got was this, which they still offer. You pick your categories. You pick 2 categories that give you 5% back, which can be fast food restaurants. It can be your internet payments, your cell phone provider. And then for the 2% category, you get to pick either gas stations, restaurants, or grocery stores. So I pick fast food and I put my internet bill on this one because I get 5% back for both of them. And I found that even though it says fast food, a lot of places actually fall under that fast food category. It's whatever their code is, whatever they classify that is. So restaurants like Chipotle and like Moe's will be considered fast food places, any kind of quick service place. So you may be surprised how many places you can actually put on here and get that nice 5% back perk. Now the next one is actually a Wells Fargo card. It's called Wells Fargo Propel. And for me, I was able to get a $200 back cash back offer if I spent $1,000 in the first 3 months. This slide's actually wrong. It's 20%, not 30%. I'll have to consult with my editor on fixing that. But that's a nice image of the card there with customer Henry Wells, whoever that is. It's not me. So yeah, that's actually a 20% back rate of return, not a 30% as the slide says. And then another Wells Fargo card is the Wells Fargo Cash Wise card. Now this is actually a direct competitor to the Capital One Quicksilver card, which a lot of people have. And the key perk with this, well, there's 2 perks. There's the initial cash back perk, and then there's also a 1.5% cash back for all purchases, just like the Capital One Quicksilver card. But when you first open it, you can get a 20% rate of return on your $1,000 by getting the $200 cash back by spending $1,000 within the first 3 months. And what I like to do, I don't like to open these and say, ooh, I've got all this credit limit. I've got maybe a $5,000 credit limit. Let me go run it up. I like to use it for regular bills and regular purchases and put them on there and then always pay the statement balance off at the end of the month. So I never carry a balance. A lot of times people ask me, what's your interest rate on a credit card? And I'm not saying this to brag in any way, but I'll say my interest rates range from maybe 1.5% to 5%, sometimes 10%, and they'll be like, huh, why so low? Mine's like 20%. I'm like, 20%? How do you get that? And I'm like ready to take notes. And come to find out, we're not talking apples to apples. We're talking apples to oranges because they're talking their interest that they pay. And then once you realize that, you say, oh man, you don't want to pay that much interest. You want to collect the cash back. So that's why kind of jokingly I say that my interest rate's 1.5% to 5% because my goal, and I'm very stubborn about this, my goal is to never pay interest on a credit card, but rather collect the cash back. So I use credit cards as a very awesome financial vehicle. Hold on a second here. Try to have some background music that was just instrumental, but we'll pause it for now. So But that's what I like to do. I like to use these as an asset vehicle instead of carrying debt. I try to advise my audience, whoever it may be, whether it's folks watching this YouTube channel or in person, anyone that I talk to that asks me, I like to say, look, you want to use credit cards as a way to generate cash back, not as a debt. You want to try to be as debt averse as possible. At least that's what's worked for me. That may not work for everyone else. Debt can be a vehicle to grow assets, like in terms of real estate, which we'll get into in another video. But anyway, so that's this card and pen. There we go. The next card is actually a Chase card, the Chase Freedom Unlimited. Now, when the card comes in the mail, it doesn't have this banner on top that says no annual fee. It's just the card. So, in the benefit to this one, you get $200 cash back within the first $1,000 that you spend, which is a 20% rate of return. And the other perk, similar to the Capital One and the Wells Fargo Cash Wise card, there's 1.5% back on every purchase. So this is actually a step up from the general Chase Freedom card, which only offers 1% cash back. Another kind of unconventional card that you wouldn't think would be this great enough to make it into the starting lineup, is the Citi Sears card. Now, what I like about this one, and like I said, it's more of an unconventional one, but they actually offer 10% back in certain categories just for spending certain amounts of money. In this example, it shows $2,000, but it can be as low as $250 to $500 in monthly spending over a 3-month period. They kind of give you different goals to attain to get the cash back, and then it comes in and cash back that you'll see posted to the account. So I've used this one at gas stations, grocery stores, and restaurants, primarily at restaurants. And a lot of people will see me go out somewhere to eat and pay with a Sears card, and they'll wonder, why are you paying with a Sears card? Well, I'm paying with a Sears card because of the awesome cash back. That's the point. So this one's really cool. Now, this seems like a rotational one. They don't always do this, but when they do, they'll email you the offer directly. So, and it's kind of neat. Some of these retailers that are struggling, they're offering perks like this, so that can work to your advantage. Now, the next one is actually a cool one that just came out about a year ago. It's the Verizon Visa card, I believe. And I actually have this one because I have my phone through Verizon. It actually offers you 10% back on your phone bill for the first 24 months and 4% back at grocery stores. And it has some other rotational categories too, but I kind of ignore those because I attain those through other credit cards. But the neat thing about this, and I actually took it out, the one that I have, because it doesn't show my number on the front, but this is like a metal card. It's actually kind of sturdy, and it's the most unique card I think I've gotten in my wallet. So I thought I would take it out and show it. So that's what's neat about that. If you're wanting to get the new iPhone 13 or a newer phone, you can open this card and you can put your phone bill on it. Like I say, you want to put bills on here, like your internet bill, phone bill, food, gas, any kind of recurring expenses. Now, obviously, if the transaction has a fee that exceeds the cash back that you're being offered, it's all about rate of return, like I was saying. So if the fee exceeds the benefit, then you don't want to do it. And that's a general rule of thumb that you want to follow. So with that being said, and before I end the video, I have my awesome coffee brew here. Got to take a quick sip here. And I'll get more into this in future videos too, depending on how many likes that I get. Remember, like, comment, and subscribe. So the more of these I get, the more awesome content like this I can bring you, and the more areas I can branch out into. So thank you so much for watching this video. I hope this was helpful to you, and I'll look forward to posting some future videos here in the near future. Thank you.